Greetings. So, just a quick note. Uh, Today I saw like a meme on the internet. Somebody was like kind of like to Trump in a way. It was like, bro, healthcare, not Greenland, bro. I thought that was pretty good. Um, yeah, there's a couple things going on right now with Trump and his direction since this Mar-a-Lago speech. um, and this renaming of the Gulf of Mexico, and this idea that we're going to take Greenland, and something like we're going to, why don't we just make Canada a northern state of America or something? You know what I mean? Crazy. And I feel like, is this just meat for the base, or is this just distractorama? I mean, is this the priority right now? I don't know. I'm not into any of that stuff. Okay. And Mexico, some people got on after he said, let's name it the Gulf of America, and some people got on and said, yeah, that's a leftover from Spain. Anyway, the name Gulf of Mexico, that's a colonial, you know, leftover. You know what I mean? But that's really not the case. I think Mexico, that actual, phrase, word, expression, is, I don't know, has some native aspect for me. It's so deeply now connected to uh, the place that it designates, that we all know, the country, Mexico, and the Gulf of Mexico. And so, it's sort of native now, as it were, just by dint of how long it's been named that, and everyone's agreed, and all the maps are already printed. But yeah, and it has a kind of a Aztec-y kind of vibe to it. You know what I mean? Doesn't it? The the word linguistically, I think if you break it down, people who know, there's got to be people who know out there. I'm not pretending to know this. But I feel like the word does Mexico. I feel like it's, something kind of indigenous and not just Spanish. I don't think the Spanish were going around in Madrid, with the word Mexico just dripping off of their lips before, the 1500s or whatever. Yeah, so I don't know. Not feeling it as a Spanish colonial word. So let's leave it. Let's keep it. Gulf of Mexico. Screw that. Let's move on. Bigger projects, get us out of these wars. You know what I mean? Go around, start talking to people. Reprioritize, change what's going to happen with Russia, Ukraine, and stop the killing of the Palestinians, genocide. So those are some real priorities. Reining in the defense budget, defense spending, defense contractor grift, dealing with that. Redoing Glass-Steagall so that we have some kind of regulation on commercial banks, separation from commercial bank activity, investor bank activity, and just sort of a community thrift type banking, or maybe support for community thrift banking. There's so many neat things that could really help Americans, uh, besides renaming the Gulf of Mexico. I feel like that's such a distraction that is so Trump, you know? Anyway, so people that are Trump supporters, get out there, you know what I mean, and tell him, hey, man, look at, we don't like Obamacare or something. Look, it's got Obama's name on it, right? Obamacare. Come on, look at that. Make a big, beautiful health care plan for the American people. It includes a little public option. We're going to call it capitalism. It's going to be, private sector kind of thing. And you still have all your choices. If you have really good insurance now, keep it, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it will include a public option. Robust, healthy public option. We're going to take care of some things and create some infrastructure to help the public create an actual functioning public health system, and not one that's completely captured by Wall Street, like the one we have now, completely captured by private equity, insurance, and pharmaceutical uh, industry. So it's completely captured now. It's completely lame. It's not serving the American people. People generally are not getting great health results. Health systems in other countries are suffering. It seems like ones that were pretty good functioning national health systems are kind of being gutted somehow. Are not things that have gone bad. It's gotten weird. You know, um, the WHO has been exposed as totally lame and bad agenda. The CDC, NIH, bam, bum, 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 gone. So now's the time for just get behind Kennedy, I guess, and really get an agenda going for some good health policy and staffing some of these institutions, kind of getting some trust, uh, some accountability for some of these institutions, get them again serving the people doing their function. Why not? That'd be great. Put your name on that. That'd be really cool. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I said too much, but yeah, don't do the Greenland thing. Oh, come on, give that a rest. Who cares? Renaming the Gulf of Mexico. Come on, the maps are already printed. It's done. Mexico's cool, man. Sounds cool. Doesn't it? Azteca. You know, I don't know. Just it's like Mexico. You know what I mean? Don't mess with that. That's so lame. Yeah. Other things, bro. I'm not a Trump supporter, by the way. I don't want to pretend to do that to be that. You know. But hey, he's coming into office now. You kind of want to go Dave Chappelle with it. That's what I'm saying right now. A little less Rachel Maddow, more Dave Chappelle. Let's have some comedy. Let's have some levity, but let's also keep our eye, on the Pam Bondies and the JD Vances and the Peter Thiels and the Palantir. I noticed there was this Republican event and JD Vance was like big on some kind of teleprompter thing, or not teleprompter, like jumbotron kind of. And then there was the Palantir logo. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. But anyway, so there's a lot of work to do. If you're a Trump supporter, if you hated Trump, I say take that hatred, that white hot hatred, and all this rhetoric about kind of speculative rhetoric about a bunch of people you don't know in other states and other places, other Americans. You're thinking that they're dumb Trump voters or racist or anything. Don't fall for any of that rhetoric. That stuff is not, it's so lame. And there's going to probably be, if you are falling for it, there'll probably be more false flag type stuff happening, like stuff to kind of confirm. Oh, like, oh yeah, you're ready to go with this narrative. Okay, here you go. Boom. Here's an attack on a church or something horrible. So instead, say, we're not going to go for that. We're not looking for that. We're looking for good policy, good governance. Okay, you weren't my first choice, there, Mr. Trumpy. Mr. Swaggerin, Mr. TV, Mr. You're fired, whatever. And hey, not my first pick, but okay, you're the guy now, so you're the president. I'm gonna work with you, right? I'm gonna congratulate you on what you do well and make recommendations, and also at the same time have a critique of what the heck, why do that. So that's what I do as a citizen, right? No matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat, and so that's kind of going on right now, and it's also just provides so much fodder for the kind of it's like what are you trying to help the ratings at NBC or something? You're trying to just like give them a bunch of just stuff to focus on and talk about, this culture war kind of stuff. Like it's almost like you're teeing that up on purpose. It's so dumb. Why do that? All right. Be good, everybody. Rise above. The people, us. We can stay focused on what's our agenda. Again, that's I'm such like a broken record, but there's lots of good labor, front issues, that things, possibilities, things happening, people actually doing some good stuff, and room for so much more, right? I was thinking about in San Francisco, we used to kind of have this thing. It was like a union town, and it really was kind of a union holdout town, and there was Teamsters, I mean, pretty active, and it was kind of like anything on wheels, Teamsters, right? San Francisco. But then Amazon, you got to get all this delivery happening, and none of that's union. And I don't know. I mean, some of it is the Amazon people themselves have organized in some places, but not everywhere. And the company as a whole, I still feel is pretty heinous to its pressure on wages, and its pressure on workers, and lack of facilities for them, bathroom breaks, something like this. I don't know. I've heard all these things. It never seems good. It seems like they're hustled and pushed and not making that much. It could be better. So if that's the case, that's a great focus, you know, for the left or people, progressives, to just you have an agenda. Say, hey, you know what? Well, we don't like this whole thing that happened with Stormy Daniels and all that, and they're trying to push that on us and make us really focused on Trump and court case, blah blah. It's just like pablum. And but we're not really into that. We're not really falling for it, because we got this thing that's really important. It's called affordable health care. Yeah, we're still kind of looking for that. So it's funny how AOC and everybody, they just, oh yeah, no, we're just, we were med for all when we were candidates. Oh my goodness, wasn't that cute? As a candidate, I was like, oh, I'm med for all, and it was so cute. And then when it was time to push for it, we were actually like, oh, Miss Pelosi, okay, you want me to? Where's your ring? Okay, kiss the ring of the. Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay, don't worry, no push for anything. Not med for all, not for public option, nothing, just nothing. And it was kind of like a block of actually an effort for an organized push for Medicare for all was blocked by progressives in the Congress, the Democrats. Anyway, so that all happened. But we could still do that. We could still have that. We could get that going. I think that'd be so cool. And also, just let's don't blow up the world, and let's don't keep supporting a genocide in Israel, Palestine right now. Why not? That seems reasonable. Okay, focus on that. Not a renaming stuff. Going around swagger. Hey, we're gonna name this blood. Hey, isn't that cool? No, it's not cool. Not cool, bro. Not a good focus.